So here I am, me and Reasoning here, going through the drive-thru McDonald's, and I'm like, I want a little less grease in my burger. So we get up to the window, and I decide to phrase it just overly long, more than I should. So I'm saying, like, hey, is it possible if you could, like, extra press my burger so, like, any extra grease is, like, pressed out of it? And she asked me, you want your burger extra what? And my dumbass thought
he said extra
so you
what?
want your burger extra
what?
wet. And I fucking reply, no, I want it extra not wet.
That's what he said. He was like,
takes a whole minute to reply.
But honestly, he thought she said, you want extra what? He's like, I want it extra not wet. I'm like, you want your burger extra not wet?
Because I wanted no grease in it. So, and I thought she said wet. It went along with what we were talking about, so I'm like, extra not wet.
Oh. This one time I hit a turtle with a rock.
That's less impressive.
It was trying to eat my duck.
What the fuck?
One time we shut down a bird with the airsoft gun.
Yeah,
out of the air.
Having a major ass seizure, and my 12-year-old brain's like, it's suffering. Let's get a rock and smash it.
To be fair, my dad actually has 3 nuts.
Wait, what?
You should sell it.
It's because he's swimming too many ponds.
He actually has a middle nut.
See, one time he was in the army and he went to Germany, and this is conspiracy of mine, but I think he dug up Hitler's body and took his nut because Hitler only has 1 nut, so that's why he has 3.
I mean, I like the conspiracy, but what?
Well, I mean, it'd have to be motherfucking petrified, and he'd have to find Hitler.
Maybe my dad's just old.
You ever think of that, freak?
You have the best stories.
Thank you.
If I could like rate you on your storytelling in CS:GO ability, I'd be a 10.
Honestly, I'm pretty convinced Australia is an alien spaceship. Let me tell you about it.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so you know, I'm pretty sure it's just a big spaceship that landed in the water. Because you gotta think of it like this. You know how all the creatures are weird, like kangaroos and shit? Like, that shit ain't normal. So I'm pretty sure that just, like, aliens came down and they started experimenting on animals and created the platypus and the kangaroo and shit because they felt like it. But the first people they encountered were the British. That's why they have British accents.
Hey y'all, can we talk about like those little tiny mouse things? They got like these long ass like chicken legs, but they have like a furry little body like a mouse. You ever seen one of those things? They're like from Australia.
You mean a fucking rat?
Yeah.
You know that random feeling when you just go by a pet store and you're just like driving by and you're like, I want a dog or like a hamster or something, you know?
Yeah, and you see, the thing about that is, we actually did, and then we spent $100 on mice because we're like, yo, they're like $5, but then we bought everything we needed for it, and we spent $120 in the end. Never do that again, please.
All right, tell me, what did the mice do to each other? I want you to explain this.
They fucking rape each other.
They fucking rape each other. We're at the point now where we might as well lynch them.
Lynch the mice.
Lynch the mice.
Lynch the mice.
They rape each other to death.
They're coming from A through mid, by the way.
Alright, can I just be frank here? If you lynch the mice, can I have a video, please?
Honestly,
yeah. Sure, bud.
Yeah. Up.
Fuck you, my dad has 9 toes.
No, man.
Okay, what happened to his toe? Alright, what happened to his 10th toe? Alright, you can't just say he has 9 toes.
I mean, he's just a
story.
Well, you see, he has diabetes, and he's stupid, so he lost a toe.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that's how that works.
God bless Missouri.
Yeah. See, my mom has
Dang it, he's
diabetes,
from
and she talks about how she's gonna lose her leg and go blind, and my dad said he's gonna put her in a wheelchair and stick her in the corner.
Man.
Pedophiles. The thing about them is that they're gay. You know how they're always, messing with them little boys, you know? That means all pedophiles, or at least most, are gay. Which means gay people are pedophiles, which means the gays are bad.
Why are pedophiles bad? That's the real question.
I'm about to go blue on this one.
Like a
Every
face.
time I think of my dad, I think of how nice he is and how he's a 58-year-old man who.
And how
needs
you made him
replacement.
sit on a thing of fucking needles.
Wait. What? You made
Sorry,
you
what?
No.
of needles.
We ain't talking about that.
We
What? I don't know about
So this
this.
one time, I made my dad sit on a little tiny pillow that I filled with like a shit ton of sewing pins because I thought it'd be funny, and it was funny because he threw a bowl of soup halfway across the room and threw a chair.
I don't think your dad is mentally stable. I'm sorry to say it to you, but
Well, I mean, he didn't hit me.
Dad
He
doesn't
just,
fucking love you.
he just kind of yelled "fuck," and then he walked into the garage and didn't come out for 30 minutes.
so you
Papa John's, please stop messaging me, okay? I understand that every night it's like 50% off after 9, okay? Pizza Daddy, it's fine.
Is the Papa himself messaging you? Just call him Pizza Daddy.
That's what his name is in every
Is the
phone.
Papa himself?
The Papa himself.